Hello, I'm Sandra Fernandez, and I would like to share with you my experience as a principal in a bilingual school. It was 5 years ago that I became the principal of a high school, where our students can study both secondary education and baccalaureate. When I designed my management project to become a principal, one of the goals I included in it was the transformation of my high school into a bilingual one. For years until then, the number of students' applications to study in our school had been diminishing, and the staff of teachers were convinced that the situation would improve if the school became bilingual. So we applied for it to the educational authorities, and were not lucky at first, because we did not have the appropriate number and profile of bilingual teachers. But after a careful design of our bilingual staff, we finally got the bilingual project approved the second time we applied for it. During the time we got ready, we designed teacher training activities for language teachers, content teachers, and the management team, and we also thought of training activities for the person who would be our coordinator, Pedro, a very active English teacher who also loved organizing students' partnerships. And at last, we started our bilingual program with great excitement. I insisted to the head of studies about the need to have a weekly hour when the bilingual team could meet, and in September we had our first staff meeting to organize the teachers' weekly schedules, and it was there that trouble appeared for the first time. There were content teachers who did not agree with the number of bilingual hours they had to teach, and there were some who wanted to teach certain groups of students, but they could not do it because there was no time left if they had to teach the bilingual groups. I had to meet them and find a solution that addressed their demands as much as was legally possible, but still there were some of them who were not happy. This was the beginning of discomfort, which would increase when the bilingual coordinator started designing the weekly schedule of the language assistant, because the same teachers who did not agree with their own weekly schedules were not happy either with the hours they were assigned to share with the language assistant. I met them again and talked to them about the importance of working as a team and the advantages of bilingual education, but my explanations did not seem to convince them. So next I thought of organizing another training activity for bilingual teaching for all of them, including team dynamics, and there were certain positive results. The ones who only taught bilingual groups seemed to enjoy it more and more, and their attitudes towards teaching and towards their teacher colleges improved. We were lucky this worked out, though I still wonder if a rigid position on my part would have been more productive. I mean, whether simply reminding them that legal regulations must be fulfilled would have been enough. This did not affect language teachers, whose weekly schedules were not so severely affected, though English teachers also claimed they would like to have the language assistant in their classes for more hours, which was not possible. Fortunately, we had a wonderful American girl who was very happy to collaborate with English teachers beyond the 12 compulsory hours, but I know I will have to deal with this discomfort as well. I was fortunate that the other members of the management team have a clear view of which are their duties related to bilingual education, and the bilingual coordinator is enjoying his role. He is even starting an application for an Erasmus Plus project to promote internationalization. Yes, at the end of the day, I can say that most teachers are enjoying their bilingual experience, though it is always difficult to sort out certain situations when personal interests and legal duties come into conflict.